All right, Boston, we are back. And it's time for us to continue our year two offseason here with your Boston Bruins. We're at free agency trying to construct our team to go on another cup run for year number 3. A disappointing year 2 with a sweep to the Tampa Bay Lightning, who, by the way, didn't even win the Stanley Cup. It was the Minnesota Wild, so we got a lot of work to do here. I'm hoping that our younger players get better, our older players stay good, like Bergeron, don't drop off too much, my man, and we can fight back for year number 3 and try to get to that Stanley Cup final. We're coming off the re-sign stage and the NHL entry draft, and I gotta be honest, not one of GM Superbman's better NHL drafts. I passed up a player that was clearly better. Now, I don't know, we're not going to know whether or not it was the right decision until like 3, 4, 5 years in. This guy Lambos I took with our 6th overall pick that we acquired from the St. Louis Blues. So the idea that we turned Bjork into Lambos, that's a win, that's a success. But this guy's 65 overall at 18 years of age. He's left-handed two-way guy to play alongside of McAvoy when he's ready to go, but you're talking 2 to 3 years just to crack the NHL, another 3 to 4 years to become a top 4 good player, and then 5 to 6 years to really hit his peak. That's gonna take a while, and that's not gonna help out our cup run for next season, for year number 4, right? So Lambos is just gonna be sitting back there in the minors, growing, getting better for us. But we passed up a guy who was selected right after by the Detroit Red Wings, who looks like he's ready to go in year number 1. Definitely year number 2. This guy, Lees. He's 76 overall, also 18 years of age. He's a winger, and I thought he was a playmaker. He is a sniper, though. But you know how in this game some snipers play like playmakers? Some snipers don't have that shot frequency stat jacked up. I was looking at his goals to assists, 6 goals, 14 assists. He looks like a playmaker, and I thought to myself, you know what? This guy, we don't really need another playmaker on the wing on this team. We got plenty of them. And he didn't take too many shots on his team. 62 shots in 49 games played. Usually, if they're a big-time sniper, that'll be 2 to 1, 3 to 1 shots to games played, right? So we're going to have to wait and see. Who's going to have the better career? Who was the better draft pick for the Boston Bruins? Would it have been Anders Lee? What's his first name? Avery Lees? Or is it Lambos? We're going to have to wait and see. I don't know if he's going to even play year number 3 with the Detroit Red Wings. But when he does, we'll be tracking him to see what kind of career he's had. And also the goaltenders. I moved down the list to get a medium starter instead of just taking the guy who was at the top of the list, who would have been a medium elite. So that's unfortunate. But, like I said, the goal is to win the Stanley Cup. The draft is not going to help us win the Stanley Cup next season. So it's not the end of the world. We'll wait and see. We'll have to wait and see on how those goaltenders end up becoming or end up growing. There's the guy, Fritz Meyer, from Germany. Oh, medium starter. I could have had a medium elite. So let's take a look at the roster that we have going in for next season. I want to sign the free agents, but before we get to free agent screen, I'll show you guys what we have. So we have to get Tuukka Rask back on the team. He did not want to sign an extension with us. I would have had to give him like $10 million just to get him back on the team. I don't want to overpay him that much. I think I can save some money in free agency, so we got to get Tuukka Rask back. We got to get a backup. Defensemen, we got Krug, we got McAvoy, we got Carlo, we got Brodin. 2 righties, 2 lefties in the top 4. And with Krug and McAvoy both at 90, they should be able to pull along Carlo and Brodin quite nicely. Vakanainen, whatever his damn name is, he just had his rookie season. A left-handed two-way guy. He didn't get too many points for us, even though he plays more of like an offensive player. 13 points in 77 games played. Doesn't take a lot of penalty minutes, which is good, but doesn't throw the body too much. Look at that. He does block shots. Takeaways to giveaways are fine for a defenseman. Doesn't hit too much. So if I'm going to get a guy to play alongside of Urho Vakanainen, Vakanainen. I cannot pronounce his name. Vakanainen. I got to get a right-handed body checker to play alongside of him. I get that. We have Lazone and Axel Anderson that can be the depth players for us. That can call up from the AHL. We'll be good on the blue line. All right. So I got to get a right-handed top 6 defenseman, and then the forwards. We don't know what's going to happen with Bergeron and Point just yet. I want to see how much Bergeron drops for next season. But just for right now, Pasternak, Marchand, Bergie, first line. Point, DeBrusk, JFK, second line, which leaves Kreider, Heinen, and Shenishin the new guy who's cracked the NHL lineup on the third line. Corrali, fourth line center, penalty killer, and then we got to find some wingers for Corrali. We have Gonson, we have Fitzgerald, which are the depth forwards for us. But Corrali needs a fourth line left wing and a fourth line right wing. All right, so two fourth line wingers, a top six right-handed defenseman, and we got to get Tuukka Rask back on the team as well. All right, so let's get in there. So sign free agents. Let's see how much Tuukka wants. Hang on a second here. Tuukka Rask, so $8.5 million. No teams are interested, but he wants the 2 years. I do not want to give him a 2-year contract. That's the problem. So I'm going 1 year. He wants 8.75 or 8.725. I could go 9 mil. Hang on a second. Grabauer, Markstrom, Dubnyk. There's a lot of goalies in free agency. Which means, hang on, let me just sort by overall. Which means that a lot of teams probably lost their goaltenders. Yeah, there's a lot of 80s. All right, so we want to make sure, and Tuukka's the best guy. We want to make sure that we get Tuukka. So let's go offer, yeah. What was it again? It was like $10 million if I needed to extend him. So we're going to save some money this way. I don't want to just give him $9 million because another team might snag it. Let's go 9.25. Just, how much cap space do I have? We got 16,260. 16,925. Yeah. I want to make sure that we get Tuukka Rask here. So 1 year. You know what? Let's just make sure we get him. I don't have to go up by $1 million, but let's go 9.5. There you go. I'm still saving the $500,000. That I would have had to give him like $10 million to extend him. 1 year, 9.5. I don't know how much longer Tuukka Rask is gonna have an 89 overall, have that exact elite potential. But, if he stays up there, yeah, he deserves it. Although, Tuukka, you were horrible in the playoffs, so you're lucky to be getting $9.5 million. So there you go. 1 year at $9.5 million for Tuukka Rask. We're not going to sign the backup goaltender just yet. I want to know how much money I have. Defenseman. All right, so I was thinking about going with Geoff Petrie, a right-handed defensive defenseman, perfect for Vakinen back there on the top six. He's 33 years of age, so I can give him a 1-year deal, come win a Stanley Cup with us. But with $9.5 million and 5, you're up to 14. I'd like to get some good fourth liners. So you know what? Let's save some money on the blue line. We already have our stud blue liners. Let's go down to Jason Demers, all right? 81 overall, 33 years of age, so a veteran. I can give him a 1-year deal. No teams are interested. Let me take a look at these individual stats. It doesn't take too many penalty minutes. Only played 55 games played. Look at this season more for what he can do because he only played 55 games that year. So the year before that, year number 1, he had 37 penalty minutes. All right, so a little bit high in the penalty minute count, but he did play 20 minutes per game. He'll be on the top 6, not getting that much. But here's what I like. His takeaways, the giveaways are right where they need to be. He throws the body. He blocks shots. A perfect right-handed veteran to play alongside of Vakinen, all right? He had Braun last year. This year he's getting Jason Demers. All right, so, and I'm saving some money with Demers instead of Petrie. He's at $3 million in comparison to $5 million for Geoff. All right, so 1 year. I want to make sure I get these guys. Yeah, so let's go with 1 year at 3.250. There you go. So that with Tuukka at 9.5, you're like 12.75. Yeah, you could definitely get some fourth line. All right, that's good. That's good. So we got some money here to spend. I'm not going to go after a Jaden Schwartz or a Brendan Gallagher. Even a guy like David Krejci. Saw some comments. Bring Krejci back. We don't have room for Krejci in the middle of the ice. We have Heinen, we have Bergeron, we have Point, we have Corrali. I could take Corrali off for Krejci, but Corrali's a penalty killer, so there's just no room for a guy like Krejci on our team, and he's a playmaker, right? It's the same reason why I didn't draft Lees. We have plenty of playmakers on this team. We have plenty of guys who shoot the puck, yes, but also create offense. So you know what? I'm going to go down. I'm going to bring back a guy who was great for us last season. Our leading goal scorer, Corey Perry, baby. He had 30 goals for us last year on the third line. He can play on the fourth line, or he can go back to the third line, and I can move Shenishin to the fourth line. The point is, we'll have a goal scorer on every single line, all right? So pure offense. That's what we're going for. Pure freaking offense, baby. So 30 goals, and during the playoffs, Scory was not the issue. I mean, a +3, 6 points. He assisted to Jacob DeBrusk's overtime winner. He's a veteran. Might have one more year before he retires. Corey Perry, get your ass on my team, all right? So he wants, I want to make sure I get him. Yeah, that should do it. 3.250 for Scory. All right. Don't know how much money we have. If I need to use Gauntz on the fourth line left wing, I can. If not, we can try to get Steen. We can try to get Hyman, Pearson, Sorensen. Nemesnikov. There's a lot of left wingers that we could try to. Jimmy Vesey. There's a lot of left wingers that we could try to sign for the fourth line, but I got to know how much money we have because the backup is also something that we want to bring in so we don't miss the playoffs if Tuukka goes down with an injury. All right, so that's Scory, that is Demers, and that is Tuukka. We have to wait for those three guys, and then we can go back at it, all right? So other than that, we have the coaches that we want. We're good. Yeah, let's just advance day and see who signs. All right, so correct. Okay, so let me just decline and edit the trading block. As of right now, the Boston Bruins are not interested in receiving any calls from around the league for any trades. I know what I want. We've been constructing this team over 2 years now. There are no trades that I want to make. All right, everyone on this team is valuable. I'm not sending anyone away. So advanced day, third. Man, come on, sign. See, the other guys, the fourth line left wingers might get signed by the time these big contracts get signed, right? All right, so Scory Perry is back on the team. I was extremely happy to accept your offer. Your cash offer was most generous. It really was quite easy to make up my mind. All right, so Scory's back, so that means Shenishin and Scory, third, fourth line wingers. We don't know which one's going to be better. Jason Demers is in there, so Vakinen and Demers on the third line defensive core. That's our top six taken care of. Oh, excuse me. And now it's, Tuukka still didn't sign. Man, see, here's the problem. Because of the big contract with Tuukka, we got to wait. Okay, Gallagher is still there. Let me just see the left wingers. Gallagher, Schwartz, Hyman, Nemestikov. Yeah, but look, they have teams interested now. So, like, a guy like Steen, Pearson, Sorensen. How much cap space do I have? I have 11,255. I don't want to take a chance. Jimmy Vesey doesn't have any, and then I can get a fourth liner still, and Gauntz can always play. I don't want to chance it, because imagine I put that message, and then Tuukka says, I was going to resign, but you don't have enough. No, we don't need that happening. So advanced day. Tuukka Rax is back. I was extremely happy to accept your offer. All right, and now we know how much cap space we have left over on the 6th. So let me just go back to proposed trade. Let me take a look at how we have our team constructed now. Yeah, 2.4 million. It would have been real tight had I gone after one of those guys at in the mid twos. It would have been real tight. And we still got to get our backup. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't try to target Hyman or something like that. So an 89 overall for one more year for Tuukka. All right, so we can save some money again at the end of the season if we want to bring him back. But this is why I wanted to go for that medium elite goalie. That's something we need to worry about. All right, boys? We're going to need to draft a goaltender next year big time because we got nothing coming after Tuukka. Defenseman, all right, so we got Krug, 3 years. McAvoy, that's another reason I didn't want to give Tuukka the big contract. We got to give McAvoy like a $10 million contract next season. That's going to be a big one. We got Krug signed. We got these two guys that we could part ways with if we got to get McAvoy signed. All right, Demers, his 3.2 will be gone off the cap for next season. And then Pasternak, 2 more years, 0.2 more years. Yeah, in 2 years, we're going to have to make some big decisions. Bergeron, we can save some more money after this season. We might have to pay DeBrusk. Kreider, we can save some money. We're all right. We're going to get a good little turnover here. But forwards, let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scory's back. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we just need a fourth line left wing. And then Gauntz and Fitzgerald could be the defense. And you know what? I could also use a depth defenseman as well. So let me just... Yeah, I just need a fourth line left wing. I want to get a real good, maybe even a penalty killer in there. All right, so let me just go left wingers. All right, what do we got? Sort by overall. All right, so yeah, Hyman's still in there. All right, so I want to use my scout here to find a penalty killer who can play on the bottom 6. So, no, there you go. Oh, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Look at the bottom of the screen. It says the Pro Scout Assessment. It'll tell me fits in the following lines based on our coach Morgan Tugoska's scheme. All power play lines. I don't need any power play specialists. Sorensen, forward line 1. Don't need that. Nemesnikov. All penalty kill lines and the first forward line. So we got that might not be a bad bet because you get offense. We already have penalty killers in Corrali, Bergeron if I need it. We have wingers who can kill the penalties in Kreider and in, I'll get Nemesnikov, they saying all penalty kill lines as a playmaker. And then Corey Perry and Shenishin both have a playmaker to play alongside of on the third. Yeah, it's pure offense with Nemesnikov. Did I have Nemesnikov on this team already? No. I've had him in previous GMs. Hyman, let's see, Hyman fits. All power play lines. So he's not a penalty killer. He's not, based on the coach, he's not a penalty killer. None for Perreault. Jimmy Vesey. All power play and a third forward line. That doesn't work. Petrie, no. Lawton. Let's see here. Forward line 2, all power play lines. Eli. Or Ellie, whatever his name is. Kurdiels. Nah, it doesn't look like there's much. So you know what? Nemesnikov. How much was he? I got 2.4. Nemesnikov is 1.8. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Nemesnikov, I want to make sure I get you, my man. So 1 year at 2. There you go. We already have our 2 forward replacements, but I'm going to need a defensive replacement. Let me just go down the list. We have Lazone, who's a lefty, I believe. Grizzlick. We can bring Grizzlick back. There you go. Matt Grizzlick can come back, boys, as a depth player. Boom. No, you're two-way deal, buddy. Two-way. 925. There you go. Let's see if he gets signed. All right. I'm going to need some depth for the AHL to help grow those guys. That defenseman, I think he's AHL Lambos. Where did he come from again? Was he in the CH? I can't remember. Advanced day. I'll check at the end. But the point is, I want some depth just in case injuries happen. Advanced day. Advanced day. All right, Grizzlick. Oh, Grizzlick. No. He decided to go to Chicago. I was barking up the wrong tree with the two-way deal. Fair enough. And Nemesnikov has signed with us. All right, so we got Nemesnikov. We have our team now. I'll show you guys what the team looks like when we get to preseason. I would like to get some season simulation done in this video. And we have $1.415 million of cap space. Oh, I need the backup. Ooh, you know what? It's good that he didn't sign then. Yeah, I'm going to need this backup still. So let me just sort by overall. Jim Reimer, baby. 33 years of age. I don't know if he's going to... Oh, he's still a starter. Oh, yeah. I'm bringing Jim Reimer, boys. Jim Reimer. Unless Dell... Oh, wait a minute. We had Aaron Dell before, didn't we? Let's see. Yeah, last year Aaron Dell was with us during the season. 905 save percentage. He was fine. I mean, he didn't want to re-sign with us, but we could always bring him. But Jim Reimer. I'm bringing Jim Reimer back, boys. Jim Reimer. He's coming. He's coming to Boston. His worst game he ever played was 2013, the Maple Leaf meltdown. Jim Reimer was in the net. All he needed to do was make a few saves, and we could have got to the second round. And that was the year Chicago went to the Cup final. Boston went to the Cup final, lost to Chicago. So are you saying the Leafs were good enough to get there? Oh, it's bringing back bad memories, boys. But let's see. Jim Reimer. I decided to reject. He will not accept the two-way deal. All right. I was just trying to save some money that way. James... I will give you what you want. Oh, goaltenders. Let's see. Reimer, you better not be gone. Oh, did he sign somewhere else, you piece of shit? He went somewhere else? Oh, no, there he is. All right, so yeah, there you go. One-way deal, my man. There you go. All right, 8.8 million. There you go. And we should still have plenty of cap space available with no issues. So let me advance day. Come on, get it done. Sign on the team, Jim. Come back to the Garden. There you go. James Reimer lost morale from signing with the Boston Bruins. All right, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our year 2 offseason is complete. I want to give you guys a visual so you can see exactly how our team looks. So let's jump to preseason. If anything happens from here till then, I'll jump back, but we're going to use some power of video editing. Let's go. Okay, so during the simulation, Evander Kane traded to the Ottawa Senators along with Jesper Fast in exchange to San Jose for 2 second-round picks. So Ottawa loading up with Evander Kane. Nice. Okay, so here we are, year number 3. Now, before we start looking at our team, since we saw the Evander Kane trade, I just want to bring it up, see what the Ottawa Senators look like, because the freaking our division, man, is absolutely ridiculous. So the Ottawa Senators, it says they're a rebuilder, although that thing at the bottom is garbage. Let me just sort by their overall. So Chabot and Barry, a lefty and a righty. Their blue line's looking good. Brady Tkachuk, Evander Kane, so 2 left wingers. Josh Anderson, Coyle, Tierney, Connor Brown, Anisimov. That's not that bad. I mean, they're putting together something to compete here. They got some wingers. Evander Kane will certainly help them out. 4 years left at $7 million. He'll certainly help out the simulation a little bit. They got some depth. It's like all mid-80s on this team. Yeah, they got some depth up front. They're just lacking that superstar talent. Their blue line, though, has the talent. And goaltender, yeah. All right, for 2 seconds, they brought in another forward. I just want to show you guys that we get that storyline down. But now, it's time to take a look at the Boston Bruins. All right, so Patrice Bergeron, how much did he drop by? What's his name? Tuukka Rask, how much did he drop by? Hopefully not too much. Because this is the year, man. This is the year. We got to get it done here. All right, so Rask and Reimer. Yep, they are on the team. Defensemen, Krug, McAvoy, Carlo, Brodin, Demers, and Vakinen. Yep. Lazone, you're going to come up. You're going to be the defensive substitution just in case we have an injury. Forwards, past the point, Marchand, Bergy, DeBrusque, Kreider, Heinen, Shenishin, Nemesnikov, Perry, Jacob Forsbacka, Carlson, Corrali, Fitzgerald, and Gauntz. Yeah, Frederick is an 80 overall. Look at that. What is he? Power forward. Interesting. Fourth line. Trent Frederick. All right, so I think this guy's ready to play in the NHL. We could try to simulate a few games. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, those are AHL numbers, but we got a power forward here who can take the puck away, and he shoots it. Holy crap, 145 shots in 76 games played. All right, interesting. All right, so I'm going to bring up Frederick. Don't know what I want to do with him. All right, so I got too many players up. That's all right. I can always drop off. I'll drop off Fitzgerald because Frederick was the center, right? Yeah, there he is. All right, and we have 21 players on our team. So let me just go to edit lines, and we will see what our team looks like here. So let me just go best lines. Bam. All right, so Marchand, 90 overall. Thank God. He's 33 years of age. He still has his exact elite potential. So he is staying at 90 overall. He's still got himself, like let's say next year he drops top 6, and then the year after that, top 9. That's where Corey Perry was. So he's got himself at least 2 more good seasons. Third season as like a middle 6 guy, but he's got 2 more first-line seasons. Because even when he drops to a top 6, he'll still be like where Bergeron is, high 80s. Bergeron, he's still got his top 6. Oh, no, he had his exact elite last year. So, yeah, Bergie has dropped down to an exact top 6, but he's 36 years of age. He's still 88 overall, so he's capable of playing this season. Pasternak still has that medium elite, 91 overall. Very nice. Second line, Jacob DeBrusque. All right, let's see. Top 6, stayed at 84. Braden Point up to 90 overall, medium elites. Is it time that we do this? Braden Point to the first line. I mean, we don't get the plus. Where does Braden Point like to play? Yeah, he should be on the first line, they're saying. Bergie should be on the first line as well. Marchand should be on the first line. Pasta doesn't even like the first line. If I put Kreider up there, I can go Point and Pasta, spread out the love a little bit, but I think for the season, let's keep these lines the same, just see how we simulate, all right? Point is not getting any harm on that second line because he has first line power play time. So the second line, we want, hang on a second, I'm taking Gauntz off for Jacob Forsbacka Carlson. All right, hang on a second. Jacob Forsbacka, there you go. Frederick, you're going to come off for Sean Corrali, just for right now. I just want to see what the lines look like from last season, all right? So then we got Kreider with Heinen, and Perry is dropped to an 80 overall now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Shenishin up, because Shenishin has that top 6, and his offensive awareness at 90 overall. So, yeah, he can help out Kreider, and it's a +1. So, Heinen, Shenishin, and Kreider on the third line, which frees up Perry to play alongside of Corrali and Nemesnikov, all right? So, interesting. Now, who is scratched? Gauntz and Frederick. So, I mean, we really have to make a decision between Corrali and Frederick. I want Corrali because he's a penalty killer for us. He's got 2 years left at 1.4. So I could always move that contract if I need to. But a guy like Frederick, I mean, that's a young player that we can give the time to and see how he performs. So you know what? Let me try Frederick in there. Let's see. He's still got a +1. All right, so we'll do a few games. We'll simulate. We'll take a look at. We'll sim 5 games. We'll take a look at Frederick's stats, and then we'll sim 5 games with Corrali in the exact same position, and we'll take a look at who's performing more. But if we can get Frederick playing, there's another center that could move up the lineup, and one day you might have something where it's Patrice Bergeron on the third line, or even the fourth line, right? Because he's like 79 overall. Frederick all of a sudden is mid-80s, but Bergeron can still play good defense on the fourth line. Like, there's a lot of different things here. So, yeah, I want to play this Frederick guy. We don't know. Top 6, he's 23 years of age, but I love the fact that he's a power forward. All right, so I'm going to leave him in there. Nemesnikov, Perry, and Frederick, all right? Interesting. +1s for each line, the scratch players, Lazone, Gauntz, and Corrali, all right? Defensively, we got Krug and McAvoy. Now, they're getting a +3. Should I mix them up? Because Carlo and Krug, just like last year, you get the +5. That frees up McAvoy to help out Brodin, and Carlo gets a plus. Krug is a 95 now, and Carlo's an 89. That's 3, 90 overall defensemen. All right. And then Vakinen and Demers not looking great down there. Yeah, Demers, he's not enjoying the third. Yeah, Demers is not great on the third line. Neither is Vakinen. Whatever, though. I'm going to leave those guys down there. I don't have any third-line defensemen. They're all better on the second or first line. Yeah, they are. Look, Carlo. Carlo could technically play back there, but then we lose a big plus. No, Carlo's staying up. I want to play Carlo. Yeah, and Krug's got to stay up there. So, over the course of the year, we might be able to make some trades for third-line defensemen, but as of right now, we're just going to leave them in there. It should be good enough to simulate to the playoffs with. Power play. All right, so here's where we're going to make the change this year. Point is going to be on the first-line power play alongside of Marchand, Pasternak, McAvoy, and Krug. Yep. And then we're going to go Bergeron with Kreider. No, it's going to be DeBrusk. Actually, it's going to be Kreider and no, JFK is not going to be used on the power play. He gets enough goals his regular way. I want to use the big time overall guys. Like Kreider definitely can score some goals. He definitely takes shots. Last year, he had 20 goals for us last year, but on the third line, right? How many power play goals? Only 4 power play goals. Let's see. Well, let me take a look at JFK. How many power play goals did he have last year? Did I play him on the power play last year? Can't remember. Because he does take a lot of shots. Power play goals 5. So he's good 5v5 because he's taking shots. I think, well, it depends on who's killing penalties. All right, hang on a sec. Let me go to my penalty kill first because we only have a few guys that can actually kill penalties this year. So Heinen, hang on a sec. Let me just throw in Frederick. Frederick, how are you at penalty killing? All right, so Frederick has the green for penalty killing. So Frederick is a penalty killer. Bergeron, I can take him out and put in Heinen. All right, there you go. I can always throw Bergeron in there if I need to, but Frederick and Heinen. And then Marchand, no. Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson, no. He's not a good penalty killer. What about Kreider? Kreider in there? No, he's not liking that. What about Nemesnikov? Because they did say Nemesnikov was good for the for the penalty kill. Good skater. Yeah, all right. So Frederick and Nemesnikov. I could try them out. Why not? Go Carlo then and Brodin to give Brodin some ice time on the penalty kill. All right, there you go. It's not a plus anything. And then Krug and McAvoy. Yeah, I don't have any defensemen who play good on the penalty kill here. Shit. Heinen, and if it's Nemesnikov, who's the one other guy I can throw in there? Shenishin. What about Shenishin? Because he was that third line checker. No, that's not going to work. Let's see. No, he doesn't fit on that line. See, here's the thing. With me going pure offense on this team, we're lacking some D. Heinen, Frederick, Jacob Forsbacka, Karlsson, because he's not going to be on the power. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, JFK is going to be on the penalty kill this year. Kreider is going to be on the power play. All right, so Frederick, Nemesnikov, Carlo Brodin, McAvoy, yeah, right there, and Torrey Krug. No, we're going to go with Vakinen. There you go. Let's get him some time. All right, so McAvoy, Vakinen, Forsbacka, Karlsson, Heinen, Frederick, Nemesnikov, Carlo Brodin. We'll see how that works out on the penalty kill, which means that Kreider is going to be used on the second line. DeBrusk shoots left, so I want lefty. Kreider over there. Shenishin and Heinen. No, I'm going to need, let me see. You know what? I could probably use a forward on the point here. Because I got Krug, I got McAvoy on the first line. We're not going to use Carlo on the power play. Brodin should definitely be on the power play. Yeah, Brodin should be in there. All right, so we're going to give Brodin second line power play time. There you go. He's liking the fit. And then maybe like a right-handed, maybe like Corey Perry for the power play because he takes all those shots and he's the sniper. Yeah, and he's got fourth line ice time. So give him some chance. Yeah, give him a chance to get some goals. All right, so Corey Perry on the point with Brodin, Bergeron, DeBrusk, Kreider. Very good. 4-man power play, Point Pasta, McAvoy, and Krug. Yeah, oh, did I put them on the wrong side there? Nope, they're good. McAvoy, Krug, Bergie, Marchand, and Brodin and Perry. Yeah, Brodin. There you go. And Scory. Scory had the most goals last year, so he's doing something right. Unless we're losing games, I'm going to give him the chance again. Corey, there you go, my man. So Scory and Brodin. Penalty kill looks like that. 3-man penalty kill. We're gonna go Bergie on the first just to take advantage. Carlo, there you go, with McAvoy, sure, and Brodin and Krug, sure. 3-on-3, we want to have our best players out there. Extra attackers, Pasternak and Marchand. It's gonna be Pasternak and Point, actually. Actually, you know what? Maybe she Point and Bergeron. Extra attackers. No, you know what? Pasternak and point. There you go. Yeah. All right, very good. Goaltenders. You know what? For the I'm gonna put point on the first extra attacker because more than likely you have your first line out there, and point he's a better penalty killer than Pasta. So I'll have him out there just in case he goes in there to kill a penalty. And then Tuukka Rask and James Reimer. What about? Hang on a second. 4-on-4. We get that. Yeah, we got that. 3-on-3, Bergeron, Pasta, Krug, McAvoy, Carlo. Yeah, that looks all good. Extra attackers, shootout, Pasta. Yeah, that looks good. And goaltenders, Tuukka Rask and Jim Reimer, baby. He is in there. Scratch players, Lazone, Gauntz, and Corrali. So we're going to do the Corrali and Frederick simulation, 5 each, and we're going to see what happens, all right? AHL, let me just go best line to the AHL. There you go. Scratch players, we got no one scratched. Pickenen. Yeah, this guy we drafted, what was it? Year 1, right? 15th overall. So he's playing on the first line. Pickenen. Let's see, is there anyone else that is on their way up? Did Lambos? Okay, so Lambos is still in like the CHL or something. So he's not even playing in here. So we don't have to worry about him. And then goaltenders. Yeah, we need to find some prospects big time. All right, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We are good to go. So let us head into year number 3. There's nothing else I need to do, right? I could edit my trading block, but I think we'll be good. No, I think we're good. So I want to go 5 games at a time. So first thing we'll do is we'll get by preseason. Preseason doesn't count because the other teams don't have their real lineups. I'm not going to judge Corrali or Frederick based on preseason games. Let's just see what they can do. But if we can get Frederick going, that means Sean Corrali could be traded. That's going to save up a little bit more money for next year. So that won't be bad. Salary cap compliance. All right, hang on a sec. I think there's also a player on waivers. Hang on. I'm getting sidetracked. I think there's another setting that I need to change because once we were in the playoffs, I turned the injury notifications from when the player is ready to go. Because we needed to know just in case. Rules? Is it in rules or is it? Shit, hang on a second. It's like something about. There you go. Fully heal. Okay, minors, injury return. Okay, it's still on fully heal. We're okay. All right, ladies and gents, enough vamping, enough wasting time. Let us start up year number 3 with your Boston Bruins. So first 5 games, doesn't matter what happens. Even if we go 0-5, I just want to see what happens between. I mean, we're 7-0 in preseason, so something's looking good. But I want to see how these 2 fourth-line centers play. So Ottawa, Arizona, Islanders, New Jersey, and Montreal. It's going to be the first 5 games of the season. We were perfect during preseason. Will that translate to the first game of the year? Up against Ottawa Senators with Evander Kane, and they beat us 4-3 in a shootout. Not good, but we got a point. 6-1 victory over the Arizona Coyotes, 4-1 victory over the New York Islanders, 5-3 victory over the New Jersey Devils, and our first regulation loss at Game 5 of the season. And a good start, 3-1-1. All right, so let's back out. It's only a few games, so it's kind of hard to make these judgment calls, but still, it's good to get on it nice and early, just in case he's playing horribly. We can just make that change. So Bergie on the first line, he's got 2 goals, 2 assists. Pasta on the second line. Point on the second line, 1 goal, 3 points. So you don't worry about Point and his ice time. 17:33, Bergie 19:55. All right, 19:15. He's getting more ice time up there on the first line. 16:54, DeBrusque, yeah. So, I mean, if you guys want Point up there, we could do it. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it, all right? I want to see what you guys have to say. If our team is winning, I don't need to make that change just yet because let's see what Pasta's at. Yeah, I mean, like Bergie allows these guys, because he's a two-way guy, he allows these 2 guys to really play. And then Jacob DeBrusque, he's an even player. And JFK, 1 goal. All right, the second line's got to get going. Shenishin, a +4 with 2 assists. Heinen, +5, 2-2. Kreider, 4 goals. Yeah, see Kreider on the power. How many power play goals does Kreider have? He's got a power play goal already, so I'm glad I went with Kreider instead. And then the fourth line, Frederick. Let's see, a -1, 1 goal, 1 assist. Now, let me take a look at these individual stats here. All right, only 2 penalty minutes, 4 shots. All right, face-off percentage at 52%. And giveaways, takeaways. All right, so he's giving the puck away a little bit more than the AHL, obviously. Interesting. All right, so Frederick, 52% though face-offs. What was his 78 overall for his face-off rating? So we're going to switch Frederick out, and we're going to put in Sean Corrali. All right, Corrali. There you go. Corrali is in there now. Now we get a 0 chemistry for the fourth line now. And if I go to, hang on a second here, penalty kill, Corrali, he is on the first line penalty kill. All right, so he's in there. So we went 3-1-1. We saw the stats of Frederic. Now let's see what Corrali can do in there. All right. I mean, when we have a forward injury, the other guy can go right in just to fill up. It doesn't have to be Gauntz. So they're both going to get ice time. But who should be the guy that we go into the playoffs with as the starter fourth line center, right? So St. Louis, Dallas, Minnesota, San Jose, and Edmonton. A Western road trip right here. What can Corrali do as the fourth line center? He's had this position now 2 years in a row. That's an overtime victory after a 5-4 victory in Dallas, 6-2 victory in Minnesota. San Jose, 3-2 victory, and a 5-2 victory for the Edmonton Oilers. So the Boston Bruins starting off the year on top of the world, 8-1-1. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. See what I mean about Marchand loves playing alongside of Pasta and Bergeron. I mean, the best first line in the NHL. Why break that up, right? So, Corrali all the way down here. Let's see what Corrali. A -1, no points. All right. So, there's always going to be somebody who's a minus on your team. Let me just go through again. +6 for Bergie. Point. Yeah, points numbers came back around. +4, 9 points. Yep, they're there. Heinen. +9. All right, so, I mean, Shenishin helping out that third line. Great. Perry, he's got 4 goals in 10 games played. I don't mind if the fourth line is a -2. Whatever. You know, you're not going to have a plus everything. What about the defense? Krug and Carlo are killing it. Yeah, they play great together with that +5. McAvoy and Brodin are playing fine. Vakanen's a +4 and Demers. Yep, 5v5. We're doing great this season. All right, goaltenders, let's see. Reimer, a .903 save percentage, and Tuukka. All right, that's more freaking like it, Tuukka. If I'm paying you $9.5 million, it better be a .922 save percentage. All right, so we're a good defensive team this year. The only ththing I'd say is we were 5-0 with Corrali, and he's on the penalty kill, so maybe our penalty kill got better. So again, take a look at these individual stats, and you guys can chime in. -1, 5 shots. Let's see his face-off percentage, 51.11, so very similar. No takeaways, 2 giveaways, hits and block shots, all right? And if we switch Corrali with Frederic, just so you guys can have the 2 statistics showing up right away. Maybe there's something that you guys see that I don't. All right, 2 penalty minutes, 4 shots, 52% face-off percentage. Giveaways to takeaways. He had 1 more takeaway, a few more giveaways, but more hits. It's so close, right? It's so close. So I'm going to go back with Frederic for 5 more games. Let's take a look, and then another 5 games, and then I think we'll stop it there because we're simming pretty good. So I think I can set it up for the next video where we just take it all the way to the playoffs. All right. But I wanna scout these 2 guys right here. This is actually good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So another 5 games with Frederic as our fourth line center, first line penalty killer. A 5-4 victory against the Rangers. A 4-1 loss against the Jets. A 4-3 win against Tampa, I should say, sorry. 3-1 win against Toronto, and a 4-3 win against the LA Kings. All right, so 12-2-1 to start the year. The Boston Bruins are on fire. I'm just going to go back to edit lines. I'm not going to actually take a look at the stats this time, just to save a little bit, save some time. There you go. Frederic Corrali, just going to throw him right back in there. Another 5 games, and then we'll take a look at who's doing better, all right? You know what I'll do? I'll even bring up the player stat screen so you can look at them better. So calendar. Let's go another 5 games and see how our guys end up doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eastern road trip right here. Well, it might not even be a road trip. Might be home games. But an overtime win against the Philadelphia Flyers. A 4-1 win against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh my God, we're killing it this season. What the hell? A 3-2 loss against the Florida Panthers. A 2-1 loss against the Carolina Hurricanes. First time this year that we've lost 2 in a row. And we have a trade. To the Winnipeg Jets goes Ruta, a 3rd, and Connaughton. To the San Jose Sharks goes Green, I guess a prospect, and a 6th round pick. All right. Not too much to talk about right there. And we win after losing 2 in a row in regulation. We win against the Washington Capitals. All right. So we're going to end the simulation right there. And I want you guys to chime in. Who's the better player? Who is the better player? Frederic or what's his face? Corrali. Who fits in better on this team? So let me just go to player stats. We'll take a look at everyone's, but while we're on this topic, all right. So let me just bring up centers. All right, let me just sort by points. There you go. So you got Frederic and Kuraly. These two guys both have 10 games played. All right, Kuraly 2 points, Frederic 3 points. Kuraly is he's an even player, while Frederic's a -1. Penalty minutes, Kuraly is not taking a single penalty minute, which is good if he's a penalty killer. Frederic, I mean, 1 minor penalty in 10 games played ain't the end of the world, right? Shots, Kuraly's taking more shots. Shot percentage, Frederic's get better. They're like 1A, 1B, man. Time on ice, yeah, it's about the same. Face-off percentage, Frederic is better, 51.6. Hits, Frederic is throwing more. That makes sense because he is the power forward. Block shots, about the same. Giveaways, Frederic is giving the puck away a lot more. Takeaways, but man, it is, I don't know. It's very similar. The only difference here is that Kuraly is a guy who's 28 and essentially hit his peak. Frederic, if we give him time, might turn into a bona fide third or second line forward. I don't know. I don't know what this guy's upside is. He's got a hell of a shot. I love his defensive category. I love his physical category. I love his skating. His puck skills suck, but he's a fourth liner. I don't know. We could just go back and forth from them. Maybe like if we lose a 3-game streak, go back with the other guy, then go until we lose, 3 in a row, then go back with the other guy. But, yeah, what do we do right there, ladies and gentlemen? I will let you guys chime in. And the Brayden Point and Patrice Bergeron situation. As far as I can tell, I say we leave it because it gives us the depth that we need. Marchand, Pasta, and Bergie are just meant for each other. They play great. They're all point per game. They're all plus players. And then Brayden Point with Brusque, all right, they're pluses as well. Jacob Forsback and Carlson, 7 points in 20 games played. It's not a lot, but, for a guy who's 80-something overall. And DeBrusque, 8 points, but they're plus players. Point, he's got the 16, so he's close enough to point per game, and he's a plus. And then the third line's killing it as well. Look at this, the third line, Kreider, Heinen, and Shenishin. So I've created a roster here that just simulates so well. We brought back Corey Perry, and on the fourth line, yes, he's a -3, but he's got 6 goals. So, I mean, somebody's got to score on you. Some line's got to be the weakest, all right? And, Frederic and Kuraly, I'm trying to figure out who works better with Nemesnikov and Corey Perry. But yeah, man, this is a good team. This is our year, man. This is the year to get it done. Krug, 20 points, plus 12. Brodin, 12 points, plus 8. McAvoy, 10 points, plus 4. Carlo, 5 points, plus 16. Even Demers and Vakinen are plus players. And then we got Tuukka at a .920 save percentage. Yeah, so I don't know what I've done. I've done something to the roster this season which has created a fantastic sim engine. Who knows? It might be the penalty kill. Goals for per game, let's see. We're second, so we're scoring goals. Yeah, it's the depth for our goals. We have goals coming from every single line. Goals against per game, oh my god, we're killing it. Let's see our penalty kill percentage. Our penalty kill percentage isn't even that good. It's second worst in the NHL. You're telling me I can make the penalty kill better, and we could even get better? Time shorthanded, let's see. We're pretty, oh man, that's crazy. I don't want to change anything, though, because maybe those third and fourth liners on the penalty kill gives more ice time to 5-on-5 for the top 6, right? So I don't know how the sim works. There's probably glitches involved in the sim, but I've created a team that in 20 games won 15, so I'm very happy with that. So let me know what you guys think about the fourth line center and about Point and Bergeron. But in the next video, if things stay the same, I'm more than likely going to simulate all the way to the end of the season. I won't even need to stop at the trade deadline. Maybe to trade for a guy to improve from Demers or Vakinen. But if everyone's plus, why make a change, right? We're playing great. We're atop the NHL. We're 1 point ahead of we're tied with the Jets, actually. But we're up there. We're playing great. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose for Fernandez! Oh my god, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball god just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.